When I was young, I failed my exams. I was rejected by universities, and even KFC would not hire me. Many people thought my time was being wasted, but I realized something important. Failure does not waste your life. Excuses do. Most people are not short of talent, they are short of focus. They spend their days doing many small things, but never the right thing. I discovered that if you want success, you must learn to use time differently. Today, I will share with you one powerful habit that changed my life. If you do this every day, you will stop wasting time and start building the future you dream of. When I look back on my life, I realized the most valuable thing I ever owned was not money, not talent, not even opportunity. It was time. Time is life's true currency. You can lose money and earn it again, but when you spend time, it is gone forever. Too many people act as if time is unlimited, but it is not. Every second you waste is a piece of your life you will never get back. When I was rejected from jobs, I could have wasted months complaining, but instead, I chose to use that time to learn, to improve, to prepare for something better. That is why I always say, rich or poor, educated or uneducated, we are all given the same 24 hours. The difference between success and failure is not how much time we have, but how wisely we spend it. Many people confuse being busy with spending time wisely. They run around all day, but at the end, nothing meaningful is achieved. It is like spending your money on cheap things that add no value. When you treat time as currency, you think carefully before you spend it. You ask yourself, is this worth the cost of my life? If not, you don't waste it. Time is also the only currency that appreciates when invested. When you spend time learning, it creates knowledge that pays for life. When you spend time building relationships, it creates trust that lasts for years. When you spend time improving yourself, it creates opportunities tomorrow. Money may disappear, but time spent on growth multiplies in value. But remember, time is neutral. It can make you rich or keep you poor, depending on how you use it. If you invest it in distractions, it vanishes without return. If you invest it in meaningful work, it shapes your destiny. That is why I always say, don't just count your hours, make your hours count. Every day is a transaction. Spend wisely. So every morning I remind myself, time is life's currency. How I spend today will decide tomorrow. Do not let others waste your time with negativity. Do not let laziness steal your future. Protect your time like treasure because it is more valuable than gold. If you learn to invest time with discipline and purpose, nothing can stop your growth, and your future will always be richer than your past. One of the greatest traps I see in life and business is the illusion of being busy. Many people spend their whole day running from one task to another, answering emails, attending meetings, and reacting to problems. At the end of the day, they feel exhausted. But when they ask, what did I truly achieve? The answer is often very little. Being busy does not mean being productive. When I was building Alibaba, I noticed some people worked long hours but produced little progress. Others worked fewer hours but created massive impact. What was the difference? Focus. Those who were busy looked important, but they lacked direction. Those who worked with purpose were calm but effective. Success comes from effectiveness, not from noise. The illusion of busyness often comes from fear. People are afraid to stop and think, so they fill their day with tasks. They believe activity means progress, but it is like running on a treadmill. You sweat, you get tired, but you're still in the same place. True progress comes not from endless activity, but from meaningful action. I always told my team, don't confuse motion with achievement. If you spend your day answering small problems but ignore the big vision, you are busy but not successful. A farmer who spends all day polishing tools but never plants seeds is busy, but he will starve. The illusion of busyness steals time and hides failure. The cure for busyness is clarity. Ask yourself, what are the 2 or 3 things that truly matter today? Do those first, even if you ignore the rest. This is how great leaders and successful entrepreneurs work. They are not the busiest people in the room. They are the most focused. Clarity turns chaos into results. So every morning, remind yourself, I will not confuse being busy with being productive. Stop chasing every distraction. Stop filling your day with noise. Instead, direct your energy toward what truly builds your future. People will admire your long hours, but the world will only reward your results. Do less, but do it with purpose. That is how you escape the illusion of being busy. In life, we make thousands of choices every day. Most of them are small: what to eat, what to wear, which road to take. But there are rare choices that define your future. One single decision can change the direction of your life completely. For me, choosing to believe in the internet when almost no one else in China did was that choice. That one decision created Alibaba and changed my destiny. The truth is, your future is not shaped by luck. It is shaped by choice. You can choose to waste time, or you can choose to use it wisely. You can choose fear, or you can choose courage. You can choose to follow the crowd, or you can choose to believe in your vision. Every great story begins with one brave choice. When I failed exams, I had two choices: give up on myself or keep trying. When investors rejected Alibaba, I had two choices: shut it down or push forward. Each time, I chose the harder path, and that choice created growth. The easy choice may bring comfort today, but the hard choice brings transformation tomorrow. One choice that changes everything is the decision to take responsibility for your own life. Many people wait for the government, their boss, or their family to decide their future. But the moment you say, "My life is my responsibility," you take back control. That one mindset shift can turn you from a victim into a leader of your own destiny. The beauty of life is that one choice is always within your power. No matter how poor you are, how uneducated, how many times you have failed, you can still choose to try again. You can still choose to improve yourself. You can still choose to keep moving. That one choice repeated daily can take you further than talent or luck ever could. So every morning, remind yourself, today I will make the one choice that matters. Maybe it is the choice to be disciplined instead of lazy. Maybe it is the choice to be grateful instead of bitter. Maybe it is the choice to act instead of waiting. These small but powerful decisions compound into success. Never underestimate the power of one choice. It can truly change everything. Everywhere I go, I hear people say, "I can't succeed because I don't have money, because I don't have connections, because I failed too many times." These are excuses, and excuses are dangerous. They sound small in the moment, but they silently destroy your future. An excuse is nothing more than permission to stay the same. If you protect your excuses, you sacrifice your growth. When I was rejected from 30 jobs, I had every reason to make excuses. I could have said, "The system is unfair, the world is against me." But if I had chosen excuses, Alibaba would not exist today. Excuses are comfortable because they remove responsibility. But remember, the moment you give your excuses power, you give away control of your future. Excuses also kill time. Every minute spent explaining why you can't do something is a minute you could have spent trying. Time wasted on excuses never comes back. And while you are busy making excuses, someone else is busy taking action, and they will pass you. Excuses keep you standing still while the world keeps moving forward. One of the greatest lessons I learned is that no excuse can change reality. If you fail, you fail. If you don't act, nothing happens. Excuses may comfort you for a moment, but they do not build results. People respect effort, not explanations. The world rewards solutions, not excuses. If you want to change your life, replace every excuse with a decision to try. Excuses also damage your mindset. They make you believe you are powerless, when in fact you are not. A person who lives on excuses convinces themselves that they have no control over their destiny. But the truth is, every time you choose responsibility over excuses, you grow stronger. Excuses weaken you, but responsibility builds you. So every morning I tell myself, no excuses, only action. If you fail, learn. If you fall, rise. If you lack resources, be resourceful. Excuses may feel safe, but they are the biggest killers of dreams. Don't let them control your future. Stop explaining why you can't and start showing what you can. That decision will separate you from the majority. and it will lead you to success. In today's world, the greatest enemy of success is not failure, it is distraction. Everywhere you look, something is fighting for your attention. Your phone, social media, endless notifications. Many people think they lack talent or opportunity, but in truth, they simply lack focus. Without discipline, distractions steal your future before you even realize it. When I was young, I had no internet, no smartphone, no constant noise. But today, young people are drowning in information and starving for wisdom. They spend hours scrolling, watching, and comparing, but very little time building themselves. Distraction looks harmless, but it is silent poison. It kills slowly without pain until years are gone. Discipline is the cure for distraction. Discipline means you control your time, not your phone. Discipline means you decide your priorities, not the world. It is not about being strict for the sake of it. It is about protecting your future. Every successful entrepreneur I know is disciplined in how they spend their hours. I always told my team at Alibaba, don't chase every noise. Focus on the mission. If we had been distracted by critics or competitors, we would have failed. Instead, we practiced discipline, serving small businesses step by step. That discipline turned an impossible dream into a global company. Without it, we would have been just another failed startup. Distractions often disguise themselves as opportunities. A new idea, a side project, or a shiny trend looks exciting, but it can pull you away from your core mission. Discipline teaches you to say no, even to good things, so you can stay committed to great things. Without discipline, opportunities become traps. The truth is, discipline is not natural. Human beings love comfort, love pleasure, love shortcuts. But comfort does not create greatness. Growth requires sacrifice, and discipline is the price. Many people know what they should do, but only the disciplined actually do it. That is why discipline separates the dreamers from the achievers. When you are disciplined, you don't wait for motivation. Motivation is temporary, it comes and goes. Discipline is permanent, it makes you act whether you feel like it or not. I did not always feel like working long hours, but I was disciplined enough to show up. Discipline carries you when motivation disappears. Discipline also builds trust. People respect those who keep their promises, who show up consistently, who don't waste time on excuses. A disciplined person becomes reliable, and reliability creates leadership. No one wants to follow someone who is distracted and unfocused. But people follow discipline because it creates results. One of the biggest lessons I learned is that distraction grows stronger when your vision is weak. If you don't know what matters, everything looks important. Discipline requires clarity. You must decide, this is my goal, this is my mission. Once you know what matters most, distraction becomes easier to ignore. Discipline is not about doing more, it is about doing less, but with focus. If you do 10 things halfway, you achieve nothing. If you do 2 things with discipline, you achieve greatness. Every morning I ask myself, what are the most important 2 tasks today? Then I focus on those. That simple discipline multiplies results. Technology can be your tool or your trap. Phones, apps, and media can distract you endlessly, or they can empower you. The difference is discipline. If you control technology, it serves you. If technology controls you, it destroys you. Discipline is the difference between a tool and a trap. Discipline also creates freedom. It may sound strange, but it is true. When you are disciplined, you control your schedule, your money, and your mind. You don't live in chaos. You don't depend on luck. That freedom comes from structure. Without discipline, you are a prisoner of distraction. I have seen talented people fail because they lacked discipline. They had big dreams, but they wasted their energy on distractions. I have also seen ordinary people succeed because they were disciplined. They may not have been the smartest, but they were consistent. And consistency beats brilliance when brilliance is distracted. Discipline is like a muscle. The more you practice, the stronger it becomes. Start small. Wake up on time, read a few pages, finish one important task. Each act of discipline builds momentum. Over time, You will discover that what once felt difficult becomes natural. That is how distraction loses its power. Distraction always whispers, just one more video, just one more game, just one more hour. But discipline speaks louder, one more step toward my dream. Every moment you choose discipline over distraction, you take control of your destiny. That choice, repeated daily, creates extraordinary results. Discipline also protects your energy. Distractions drain you, leaving you tired but unproductive. Discipline channels your energy toward progress. When you focus on meaningful work, you actually feel stronger. Success does not drain you, wasted time does. Discipline is not punishment, it is energy management. One of the secrets of success is learning to love discipline. If you treat it as suffering, you will resist it. But if you see discipline as a gift, you will embrace it. Discipline is not your enemy. It is your ally. It is the silent partner that works with you every day, even when no one is watching. When challenges come, distractions multiply. People panic, they lose focus, they chase shortcuts. But disciplined people remain steady. They keep their eyes on the long-term goal. This is why disciplined leaders rise during crises. They are not distracted by chaos. They are guided by principle. Every morning, ask yourself, am I living with discipline or with distraction? Your answer will decide your future. If you choose distraction, you waste today and weaken tomorrow. If you choose discipline, you build today and strengthen tomorrow. Success is not about what happens to you, but how disciplined you are in responding. So remember, distraction is easy, discipline is hard, but only one builds the future you want. Don't let noise steal your destiny. Don't let comfort kill your growth. Say to yourself every day, I will move from distraction to discipline. Protect your time, focus your energy, and your life will transform. Discipline is the bridge that takes you from where you are to where you dream to be. Every morning when I wake up, I remind myself that the secret to success is not just working hard, it is working smart. A productive day is not about how many hours you spend, but about how much impact you create. Some people work all day and achieve nothing, while others work fewer hours but achieve great results. The difference lies in how they use their time. The first secret to a productive day is clarity. If you start your morning without knowing what matters most, you will waste your energy on small tasks. Write down your top 2 or 3 priorities and focus on those first. This simple habit makes your day intentional instead of accidental. Without clarity, busyness replaces productivity. When I built Alibaba, I learned that productivity is about direction, not speed. Moving fast in the wrong direction is still wasted effort. Many entrepreneurs rush all day, but forget to ask, is this the right path? A productive day means slowing down to think, then moving forward with precision. Speed without clarity is chaos. Another secret is energy management. Productivity is not just about managing time, but also managing energy. If you work when you are tired, you produce little. If you work when you are focused and strong, you achieve much more. Successful people design their days around their peak energy hours. They don't just plan tasks, they plan energy. Discipline is also key. A productive day does not happen by accident. It happens by design. You must train yourself to say no to distractions, no to endless scrolling, no to unimportant meetings. Every yes to distraction is a no to productivity. The secret is protecting your focus like a treasure. A productive day also requires balance. Work without rest leads to burnout, and burnout destroys focus. I always encouraged my team to rest, exercise, and spend time with family. Why? Because a tired mind produces poor work. Rest is not wasting time. It is refueling for greater productivity tomorrow. The secret to productive days is not doing everything, but doing the right things. Many people fill their schedule with activities just to feel busy, but the most productive people cut out what doesn't matter. They understand the 80-20 rule, that 20% of actions create 80% of results. Focus on the vital few, not the trivial many. Delegation is another secret. If you try to do everything yourself, you limit your growth. Productive leaders trust their teams and focus on what only they can do. At Alibaba, I was not the best in technology, finance, or operations, but I focused on vision and culture. Productivity means putting your energy where it has the highest impact. Morning rituals are powerful for productivity. How you start your day sets the tone for everything else. If you begin with distraction, you lose focus. If you begin with discipline, planning, reflection, gratitude, you create momentum. A strong morning creates a strong day. Don't let your phone control your first hour. Let purpose guide it. The secret also lies in measuring progress. What you measure improves. If you don't measure your time or results, you don't know where it's going. Every evening, ask yourself, what did I achieve today? What can I improve tomorrow? Reflection turns daily activity into daily growth. Productivity without reflection is incomplete. A productive day is not about perfection. Some people spend too much time trying to make things flawless, but perfection delays progress. The secret is action. Take the step, improve along the way. Productivity comes from progress, not from endless planning. Done is better than perfect. Another secret, protect your mornings. Research shows your brain is sharpest in the first few hours after waking. Don't waste that power on small tasks or gossip. Use it for your most important work. Thinking, writing, creating, solving problems. The morning is your golden time. Treat it like gold. Gratitude is often overlooked in productivity, but it matters. When you are thankful, you work with joy instead of stress. Gratitude keeps you motivated and energized. Every day I remind myself I have another chance to build, to learn, to grow. That mindset fuels productive action. A productive day also comes from alignment. Your actions must align with your values and long-term vision. If you chase short-term wins that don't match your mission, you waste energy. True productivity means building the future you want, not just completing random tasks. Alignment creates momentum. I also believe in simplicity. Complex plans lead to confusion, and confusion wastes time. Keep your goals simple. Keep your schedule simple. Keep your focus simple. The simpler your day, the more productive it becomes. Complexity looks smart, but simplicity creates results. Mindset is another secret. If you tell yourself, I am too busy, I can't do this, you sabotage yourself. But if you say, I will focus on what matters, your brain finds solutions. Productivity starts in the mind. A positive, disciplined mindset creates a productive life. The secret is also consistency. One productive day is good, but many productive days create transformation. If you practice discipline for 1 week, you will see small progress. If you practice it for 1 year, your life will change. Productivity is not about intensity for 1 day, but consistency over time. Productivity also requires courage. Sometimes being productive means facing uncomfortable tasks, the ones you avoid. But those are often the tasks that matter most. If you keep delaying them, your day looks busy but achieves nothing. The secret is to face hard tasks first. Discipline today creates freedom tomorrow. A truly productive day does not end when work ends. It ends when you reflect, recharge, and prepare for tomorrow. Success is not built in 1 day, but in the rhythm of many days. When you treat each day as a chance to grow, you never waste time. Productivity is not about working more, but living with intention. So remember, the secret to productive days is clarity, discipline, balance, and consistency. Don't let distractions steal your hours. Don't let busyness replace progress. Every day, choose to focus on what matters most, take action, and reflect. If you can master one productive day, you can master your future, and your future begins with today. When people think about success, they imagine big breakthroughs, massive opportunities, or one lucky moment. But the truth is, success is not built overnight. It is built from small, consistent actions. A single small action repeated daily can produce results bigger than one giant effort. Small actions compound into big change. When I was learning English, I practiced with tourists at Hangzhou's West Lake. It was just a few minutes each day, simple conversations, nothing extraordinary. But those small actions improved my language, gave me confidence, and opened doors I never imagined. Years later, those little steps shaped the foundation of Alibaba. Small actions are powerful because they are sustainable. Anyone can work hard for one day, but few can stay consistent for years. Success is not about intensity, it is about consistency. One page of reading every day builds knowledge. One coin saved every day builds wealth. One habit practiced daily builds mastery. Too many people wait for the perfect moment to make a big change. They think, one day I will start, but that day never comes. The secret is to start small, today. Even if you only take one step, you are closer than yesterday. Small actions break the illusion of waiting. In business, I learned that small improvements create big results. At Alibaba, we did not transform overnight. We kept fixing one small problem at a time. One customer issue, one process improvement, one new idea. Over years, those small changes created a giant company. Big results are the harvest of small seeds. Discipline begins with small choices. Waking up on time, saying no to distractions, finishing one important task. These are small, but they build momentum. Discipline is not created by one big decision, but by 1,000 small ones. Each choice makes you stronger or weaker. Choose small strength daily. Small actions also build trust. When you keep your word, show up on time, and deliver consistently, people trust you. Trust is not earned by big promises, but by small actions repeated. In leadership, your team watches the little things. If you are reliable in small matters, they will trust you in big ones. Sometimes people underestimate the power of small actions because they don't see immediate results. But growth is invisible at first. A seed planted today does not become a tree tomorrow. But if you keep watering, small growth becomes visible one day. Patience is what allows small actions to produce big results. Small actions also protect you from fear. When a dream feels too big, it can paralyze you. But if you break it down into small steps, it becomes manageable. You don't need to climb the whole mountain today. You just need to take the next step. That next step is a small action, but it moves you higher. In my journey, I faced countless rejections. If I had focused only on the big picture, I might have given up. But I told myself, just make one more phone call, just meet one more investor, just try one more time. Those small repeated actions kept Alibaba alive. Persistence in small steps creates miracles. Small actions also create habits. Habits are the invisible engines of success. A small action repeated daily becomes automatic. Good habits make success easier. Bad habits make failure automatic. That is why you must guard your small actions carefully. They shape your habits, and your habits shape your future. In life, small actions often inspire others. A smile, a kind word, a helping hand. They may seem small, but they can change someone's day or even their life. Leadership is not only about big speeches. It is about small actions of encouragement, repeated daily, that build trust and loyalty. Small actions also build resilience. When you practice discipline in little things, you prepare for bigger challenges. If you cannot control the small distractions, how will you handle the big storms? Growth starts in the small details. The stronger your small actions, the stronger your foundation for the future. Even failure is easier to handle when you focus on small actions. If a big plan fails, you feel crushed. But if you focus on daily steps, one failure does not end your journey. You simply try again tomorrow. Small actions create flexibility. They allow you to adjust, adapt, and keep moving forward. Small actions are also powerful because they compound. Just like interest in a bank grows over time, small actions build results you cannot imagine. One book a month becomes 12 a year, 120 in a decade. One skill practiced daily becomes expertise. Compounding turns small into extraordinary. I often tell young people, don't chase shortcuts. Success is not one big lottery win. It is many small actions repeated without giving up. Shortcuts fade, but discipline lasts. If you commit to small steps every day, you will eventually surpass those who waste years waiting for luck. Small actions also bring clarity. Each step you take reveals the next step. If you wait for the entire path to be clear, you will wait forever. But if you take small actions, the road appears as you move. Progress creates vision, not the other way around. In health, wealth, learning, and business, small actions decide the future. Eating healthy once does nothing, but daily habits build strength. Saving once is nothing, but consistent savings build security. Studying once is easy, but daily learning builds mastery. Everything great is built on the foundation of small actions. Every day gives you two choices: waste time on distractions or invest in small actions that build your dream. Most people choose distraction because it feels easy, but small actions are just as easy, and they lead to success. The challenge is not difficulty, but discipline. Choose wisely. So remind yourself every morning, small actions, big results. Don't wait for tomorrow. Don't wait for the perfect moment. Don't wait for luck. Do one thing today, even if it is small. Over time, those small steps will create results so big people will call them miracles. But you will know the truth. It was small actions, repeated daily, that built your success. Time is the most equal gift life gives us, rich or poor, young or old. Each of us receives the same 24 hours every day. The difference between success and failure is not the amount of time, but how it is used. Some waste it on distraction, while others turn it into opportunity. The future belongs to those who respect time. When I was rejected from 30 jobs, I could have wasted years in self-pity, but I decided to turn that rejection into fuel. I spent time improving myself, learning English, and studying business. That time became my opportunity. The world will not hand you success, but it will hand you time. What you do with it is your choice. Every day you wake up with time in your pocket. The question is, will you spend it or invest it? Spending time brings temporary pleasure, but investing time creates lasting rewards. Learning a skill, reading a book, building relationships, these are investments. They may not pay off immediately, but over time they produce opportunities beyond imagination. Most people think they lack opportunity, but what they truly lack is discipline with time. Opportunities are often hidden inside small daily actions. If you invest time wisely, opportunities naturally appear. But if you waste time, even the best opportunity will pass you by. Time is the soil, opportunity is the harvest. When I started Alibaba, we had very little money and experience. What we had was time. We used it to learn, to experiment, to fail and improve. That time became our greatest asset. If we had wasted it, there would be no Alibaba today. Opportunity always grows from how you use your hours. Turning time into opportunity means choosing long-term benefits over short-term comfort. Watching television may feel easy, but it does not create opportunities. Reading, practicing, working on your dream, those actions are harder, but they turn time into gold. Comfort wastes time. Discipline transforms it. I often tell young people, don't envy others' success. Invest your time to create your own. Success is not luck. It is the accumulation of thousands of hours used wisely. If you spend your time on growth while others waste theirs, the difference will be clear in 5 or 10 years. Time is the fairest investor. Time becomes opportunity when you value learning. Every hour spent learning adds to your future value. Knowledge may not give results today, but it builds opportunities tomorrow. When I studied English, people laughed at me, but years later, that skill opened global doors. Small learning hours become lifetime opportunities. Relationships also grow from time. If you spend time helping others, listening, and building trust, opportunities will come back to you. Many of my partnerships started with small investments of time. A conversation, a meeting, a helping hand. Time given to people is never wasted. It turns into opportunity in unexpected ways. Turning time into opportunity also requires focus. If you divide your attention across too many things, your time loses power. But when you focus it on one mission, it becomes unstoppable. A magnifying glass can turn sunlight into fire only when focused. Your time is the same. Focus creates opportunity. Don't wait for the perfect opportunity. Use the time you have to prepare for the moment when opportunity comes. If you are ready, even a small chance can change your life. If you are unprepared, even a big chance will slip away. Preparation is the art of turning time into opportunity. Distractions are thieves of opportunity. Every minute wasted on meaningless activity is opportunity lost. You may not feel it now, but in 10 years, you will see the cost. Protect your time from thieves because they are stealing your future. Each moment of discipline protects tomorrow's opportunities. Time is like money, but with one difference. Money lost can be earned again, but time lost is gone forever. This is why time is more valuable than money. If you waste money, you lose comfort. If you waste time, you lose opportunity. Treat time like treasure because it is more valuable than gold. Every small act of discipline turns time into momentum. Wake up early, plan your day, finish one important task. These may seem small, but over time they accumulate into opportunities. People often underestimate how much daily habits shape their future. The secret is not dramatic changes, but consistent use of time. When you value time, you stop blaming circumstances. Many say, "I have no opportunity," but every day they waste hours on distractions. The truth is, opportunity is already in their hands, disguised as time. The problem is not lack of opportunity, it is misuse of time. Turning time into opportunity also means acting with urgency. Don't assume you will always have tomorrow. Too many people delay their dreams because they think they have plenty of time. But time is unpredictable. The only guarantee is today. Use it fully and you will never live with regret. Opportunities are like seeds and time is the soil. If you plant nothing, time produces nothing. But if you plant small actions daily, opportunities grow quietly. One day, people will call you lucky, but you will know it was the result of years of invested time. Luck is simply opportunity meeting preparation. The most successful people I know are not the busiest. They are the most intentional with their time. They say no to distractions and yes to growth. They don't let the world control their schedule. They control it themselves. That is how they turn hours into achievements and achievements into opportunities. Every day you make a choice, waste time or use it. If you waste it, you lose opportunity. If you use it wisely, opportunity multiplies. Life is built one day at a time, and each day is a brick. If you lay your bricks carefully, one day you will have a strong foundation of success. So remind yourself, I will turn time into opportunity. Time is the raw material, and your discipline is the machine. Don't spend your life waiting for chances. Create them by investing your hours with purpose. If you do this daily, nothing can stop your growth. The secret to opportunity is already in your hands. It is called time. Remember, time is the one thing you cannot buy back. You can lose money, you can lose opportunities, and you can lose battles, but you can always recover those. Time once wasted is gone forever. The difference between successful people and unsuccessful people is not intelligence, it is how they use their time. So do not wait for the perfect moment. Start today, even if it is small. Say to yourself every morning, I will not waste time, I will create value. If you do this consistently, your future will thank you. The world will not wait. So why should you?